none other than Byron Abuli. Now, President William Ruto insists the government has released school capitation for the first and second term and will soon release the monies for the third term. Speaking at a church service in Murang'a County, the head of state said his administration is focused on its mandate and will not be distracted by critics. MPs accompanying the president rallied the electorate to remain behind the Kenya Kwanza's administration as it fulfills its promises.
Mimi nataka niwaeleze wale wanaongea mambo mingi. Pesa ya first term tulituma first term. Pesa ya second term tumetuma second term. Ile imebaki kabla ya third term kufunguliwa tutatuma pesa ya watoto wetu. We have made it deliberate. Haijafanyika siku ingine. Unajua siasa hii Kenya ni mingi na watu wa kuongea ni wengi, lakini watu wa kufanya kazi ni wachache. Wale wa maneno mingi ndio wanajaza maneno katika airwaves, mitandao na kule kwingine. But those ones, they don't bother us because we know what we are doing.
Kwa sababu huwezi sema hakuna kazi inafanywa na pahali unaishi unaona soko inajengwa. Pahali unaishi nyumba za affordable zinajengwa. Pahali unaishi barabara za maumau zinamalizwa. Na mimi nikasema, if you can't fight them,
na tunakuomba Your Excellency, usichoke kujenga makanisa. Tumeona umepigwa sana sababu ya kuenda makanisa, ukijenga kanisa na ukijenga nchi. Usichoke kuenda kanisa. When you complete the temples of the Lord you complete your houses, and the Lord you complete building the nation of Kenya because of aligning yourself to the church.
Sisi watu wa Murang'a tuko Singapore. Ninyi mnakuja Singapore, sisi tuko Singapore. Tuko na modern market, tuko na barabara, tuko na milk coolers, uko ni Singapore.
All right. Now, the mother of James Mutemi, the teenager who was hacked to death by alleged camel herders in Gathongo, Kitui County, amidst the Garissa-Kitui conflict, wants justice for her 14-year-old. However, the camel owner, who has since been arrested after the herders disappeared, is offering to compensate. Now, he is expected to be arraigned in court on Monday. And as Giverson Minor reports, security agencies have ordered the camel owners to mark their animals and provide identities of all their herders for easy trace in the event of a repeat incident.
The killing of 7 people in Kitui by alleged Garissa camel herders on 25th April sparked anger among community members, leaving another 8 dead in retaliatory attacks. However, it is the brutal murder of 14-year-old James Mutemi, a grade 7 learner in Gathungu, allegedly by herders, that fueled the conflict even further, causing demonstration and blockading of Nairobi Mwingi Garissa Road.
In terms of deployment, we've taken management of the whole stretch from Mwingi up to Garissa.
This completely cut off the gateway to northeastern. We at Gathungu in Kitui County. These are some of the debris that the angry residents used to barricade the road, completely cutting off the transport system from Nairobi, Mwingi, all the way to Garissa. Mwingi residents accused their neighbors in Garissa of holding illegal guns and want a disarmament drive conducted.
Kuna watu watakaa na mabuduki na wako around our area, na kuna wale ambao tuko tu watu wa kawaida, hatutembei na silaha yoyote.
According to me, buduki ni mali ya serikali. Na kwa sasa hatujaona Somali yoyote ambaye amekamatwa. As we talk, wetu wamepelekwa prison, sijui la nikuuza sijui gapi.
Tunasisi serikali naomba itulinde. Na itulinde kamilifu, tusisikie jambo tena.
Wakubwa wetu kama Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka akae chini, Muliungi wakae chini, waongee hii kitu imalizike. Nduale wakae chini, hii kitu imalizike.
The vice has also sparked an uproar countrywide.
We demand an immediate end to the escalating tensions and targeted hostilities in various parts of the country, especially the border between Kitui, Tana River, and Garissa.
But the trespassing of herders into people's farms is not new. Dr. Caxton Munyoki, a farmer and a community leader in Kitui, says residents are expecting a bumper harvest and will not take lightly herders grazing animals in their farms.
Camel herders and locals conflict do really escalate at a time like now.
Sometimes, Munyoki says, herders claim to have mistaken crops for mere vegetation.
Sometimes they would say in Swahili, hii manyani ya Mungu tu, sisi hapana taka shamba, ngamia nakula manyani peke yake.
The signing of a peace accord by the governors of Kitui and Garissa counties has not appeased residents of Kadhongo area, who are still bitter over the killing of the boy. Although it was dark when we reached the area, they offered to take us to the thicket where he was killed by the camel herders. His body was found lying on logs he had prepared to burn for charcoal. 2 boys in his company escaped unhurt and reported the matter. At the nearby Gadhongoni police station, we found his mother pursuing justice. She was in deep pain. Speaking exclusively to KBC, she says James was her firstborn child.
Hata mimi nikienda kufanya kazi kwa mtu, ninafanyia sababu mtoto wangu akuwa mkubwa, hanisaidia. Lakini hata mimi nakisikia kama mimi naweza kukuba tu, mtoto wangu akibariki maisha.
She wants the killer promptly apprehended. But the owner of the camels, who was arrested in Nairobi, has reportedly apologized and offered to compensate and foot funeral expenses. He is expected to be charged in court on Monday. The herders, however, are said to have vanished into thin air, and the search is ongoing.
We are going to profile all the camel owners in this part of the country so that we know the owners. We want to know even the handlers themselves. If you change the handler, then you let us know.
Give us Manyara, Sunday Express.
14-year-old there is in grade 7. The mother is clearly distraught there. And in that developing piece is that the owner of the camels wants to compensate for the loss. Can we quit life? Well, your guess is as good as mine. Now to politics. Democracy for Citizen Party leader Rigathi Gachagua says his presidential candidature will not affect the unity of the opposition. Speaking during a church service at the PCA Illicite in Kajiado County, the former deputy president said the opposition will ultimately agree on one candidate to face off with President William Ruto ahead of the 2027 general elections.
DCP party leader Rigathi Gachagua, who is on a 3-day charm offensive in Kajiado County, attended a church service at PCA Illicite in Kajiado South. Gachagua explained that his bid to vie for presidency in the next general elections will not be a dividing factor in the opposition, promising to support whichever candidate emerges the winner in the presidential nominations.
Mimi nina matumaini na ninaomba wateue mimi. Naona nimetosha. Lakini kama haitawezekana, isemekane ni mwingine, ndio tuweze kutoa huyu jamaa, mimi nitamuunga mkono. So we want to clarify to the people of Kenya that our objective, our plan, our quest to have one single presidential candidate still stands.
The former deputy president then poked holes into the Kenya Kwanza administration's development agenda.
Mimi naona haya kwa sababu nilikuwa hapa tukitafuta urais, tukafanya promises mingi sana, na hizo promise bado timiza. Hii barabara ya kutoka Illicite kwenda Taveta ni aibu kubwa, kwa sababu ni jambo ambaye tuliahidi.
The DCP party leader also faulted a section of Kenya Kwanza leaders over what he termed as attempts to gag former President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Mimi nataka nimwambie Rais Uhuru Kenyatta, mimi mwenyewe na watu wangu tutamlinda. Hatutakubali Rais Uhuru Kenyatta atukane na mtu yeyote, kwa sababu yeye alifanya kazi yake na yeye apumzike akiwa nyumbani. lakini hiyo si kusema tukimhitaji hatutaita
Elsewhere, the United Green Movement Party leader David Maraga has criticized the government over rising cases of political hooliganism, citing an incident in Seme where Siaya Governor James Orengo was ejected from a funeral ceremony.
Goons who can't allow Honorable Orengo to even mourn his friend's mother. And you know what they were chanting. I mean, nothing was done. The police, I saw the police there standing by, I mean, almost helpless. We can't have a country run like that.
Elsewhere, Olkalau by-election campaigns have intensified, with the pro-government team led by Nyandarua Woman Representative Faith Gitau and former Cabinet Secretary Moses Kuria mobilizing support for the candidate who will win in the UDA nominations ahead of the mini-polls slated for July 16, 2026.
Sisi chama tawala tuko na candidates 10 of them, hata nimeona wengine wameongezeka hapa siku ya leo. Tuko na wengi sana. Na wasihi na waomba tarehe 9 mujitokeze tufanye nominations, na nominations zetu zitakuwa free and fair.
Hakikisheni ya kwamba kiongozi ambaye mnaenda kuchagua atafanya kazi na serikali iliyoko, ili hii maendeleo yote ambayo tumekuja hapa kuwasaidieni, kuwe na mtu ambaye atakuwa nyapara wenu ambaye anafanya kazi pamoja na serikali iliyoko.
Kama kuna mtu ambaye anafikiria watu la eneo hili la Mount Kenya wanaweza kuwa wajinga, wao ndio walipika chakula, halafu ati waachie wengine wakule.
Tilio Marco for Sunday Express.
Away from politics, the death toll from the ongoing flash floods across the country has risen to 18. The government says most fatalities are attributed to drowning as heavy rains continue to wreak havoc in various counties. The government has also announced the mapping of 59 flood-prone areas in Tana River County, warning of heightened risk as River Tana levels, with all the 7 dams in the Seven Forks dam system getting to their full capacity.
As rains continue to pound in most parts of the country, the heavy downpour has already left a trail of destruction. National Police Service on its official X page has confirmed that 18 people have died from natural calamity. The mudslides reported in Kiambu, Tharaka Nithi and Elgeyo Marakwet counties that also displaced households and destroyed property. NPS also indicates that rescue operations continue as well as evacuations of persons in risk-prone areas. Tana River County is also witnessing the wrath of Mother Nature. This is the current situation at the River Tana. Rising water levels that have been attributed to waters flowing downstream from the upper regions. Already villages have been cut off, households submerged and families displaced. The Kenya Red Cross says some have been evacuated.
Sehemu za Nanigi tayari kunayo vijiji ambavyo vimezungukwa na maji na watu wako hapo ndani. Kwa hivyo wanahitaji msaada wa kidharura ili kuweza kutolewa katika sehemu ambazo zimezungukwa na maji kupelekwa katika sehemu za juu. Katika sehemu za Gofisha tayari walioathirika wote wamepelekwa katika sehemu za juu.
While rescued families are now seeking shelter at safer grounds, there is an urgent need for humanitarian support, including tents, food and other essential supplies amid an outbreak of waterborne diseases.
Tayari imethibitishwa katika zahanati za Nanigi ambapo watoto zaidi ya 10, takriban 12 hadi 15 wameripotiwa wako na ugonjwa wa kuharisha.
The public has been warned to remain vigilant and take precautionary measures, including moving to safer grounds, especially those in landslide and flood-prone areas.
Wakazi wa Tana River hivi sasa wasumbuliwi na mvua kali kama ilivyotarajiwa, lakini kinachowasumbua zaidi ni maji kutoka Mlima Kenya na sehemu za Ukambani ambao inasababisha kiwango cha maji katika mto Tana kuweza kupanda juu. Kila kukicha maji ya mto Tana inaweza kupanda juu na hatimaye tunatarajia maji haya kuweza kuvunja kingo zake.
In Busia County, more than 350 households in Amukura West Ward accounting losses following devastating floods after River Malakisi and Malaba broke their banks, sweeping through homes and farms.
Sisi kama naamuka naona kuku kama nalia, kitu gani kuku nalia. Kumbe maji na jaa ndani ya nyumba. Akaanza kutoa vitu, hakuna kitu ya kusika yoyote. Nimekushaua kuku yangu kufaranga 7.
Tuko kwa shida kubwa sana. Hatuna sahi kitu ya kukula, chakula yote imebebwa. Zile vitu zetu zilikuwa tunafuka zote zimebebwa na maji.
Families that have been displaced are now seeking shelter at Ondiria Primary School, with the area MCA Boniface Erute calling for humanitarian support for the affected families.
Watu hawajaweza kulala, wazee wameumia sana kwa sababu kuna wale umri zimeenda, imekuwa changamoto kwao zaidi. And I'm calling upon the office of the governor that is handling the issue of emergencies to step in with immediate effect. Nataka kuona hiyo usaidizi watu ya Mukura West wanapata, hata hapa ward jirani ya Teso Central, Malaba Central, pia wanaathirika pale Akriamas.
The Meteorological Department has warned of heavy rains in various parts of the country, including the Rift Valley, Lake Victoria region, Coast, and the Upper Eastern region. Kamchemenza for Sunday Express.
On that note, we take our first break here on Sunday Express. Be sure to keep it right here as we give you updates, including what is happening in the sporting arena. We'll be right back.
Kitchen's big. Cooking, it's got everything. South-facing, big floor-to-ceiling windows. Take a look.
It kind of seems like you're living here, too.
Does it?
What's wrong with your leg?
I was in a hurry. I tripped over.
It's New Year's. Why were you in a hurry?
Take it easy. It's not worth getting hurt.
Can't you stop looking at your phone? Everyone's eating. Why are you so busy?
Your girlfriend's gone. Forget about your stocks.
It's fine.
Are you ready for the next big thing in tech? Well, we'll spotlight Kenya's brightest young minds, game-changing startups, and breakthrough technology that are shaping our future. From AI and robotics to sustainable futures, we bring you the stories behind the scenes. KBC Channel 1. Remember, tech starts here.
Welcome back. You're watching Sound Express. Now, President William Ruto has created a creative economy office at State House as part of efforts to scale up investment in the sector. He additionally has urged Parliament to fast-track the Creative Economy Bill 2026 and strengthen copyright laws to protect players in the industry. The head of state made these particular remarks during the 14th Kalasha International Film and TV Awards held at the Kenyatta International Convention Center, Nairobi County, where among winners was Michelle Lemuya, who clinched the Best Lead Actress award.
A number of winners in different categories were awarded during the 14th Kalasha International Film and TV Awards held at the Kenyatta International Convention Center in Nairobi. Michelle Lemuya, a young actress from Turkana County, won the Best Lead Actress award for her best performance as Nawi in Nawi.
Thank you so much to everyone who voted for this girl from Turkana. Thank you for giving me a chance. Where I come from, girls don't get to come this far due to the patriarchy in my society, and I'm very grateful for the far I've come. Thank you to all my supporters. Thank you to my mom, my siblings.
Nawi, produced by Breeze and Were, won Best Feature Film. John Sibi Okumu won the Best Lead Actor in a TV drama for his role as Joe in Cash Money. The Best Lead Actress in a TV drama went to June Jenga for a role Shiku in Big Girl, Small World, which was her debut production and aired on Showmax in May 2024. Omar Hamza claimed the Best Short Film Director award for the short film Sukari as Cash Money, a Kenyan crime drama TV series that premiered on Netflix on January 31st, 2025, under the producers Felipe Bresson and Grace Kahaki, scooped top honors under the TV drama category. Other winners included John Karanja, who was feted with a Lifetime Achievement Award in recognition of his 30-year contribution to Kenya's film industry. Shiksha Aurora won the Positive Impact Content Creator for the Year accolade. President William Ruto, who graced the glamorous ceremony, awarded 500,000 shillings to each of the winners and stressed his government's commitment to ensure artists are not only celebrated but also protected and rewarded.
I urge Parliament to fast-track the Creative Economy Bill 2026 and strengthen copyright laws so that our artists are not only celebrated but also safeguarded and funded.
The president added that plans are underway to direct 30% of government advertising to creative platforms.
I have established a Creative Economy Office at State House. This is because it is a priority, a commitment to the creative sector, and not an afterthought. We have a clear and unambiguous role to position Nairobi as the creative capital of Africa.
Tilio Marco for Sunday Express.
Congratulations to the winners there. Now, a multi-agency security team has intercepted a passenger bus ferrying ammunition along the Thika-Garissa highway. Officers manning the roadblock at Kanyonyo flagged down the bus belonging to Baska Limited, which was traveling from Lamu to Nairobi for a routine inspection before discovering live ammunition, 2 empty AK-47 magazines and 2 machetes alongside a collection of government-related clothing items.
A routine inspection at the Kanyonyo roadblock along the Thika-Garissa highway unearthed a suspicious blue metallic box in the boot of a Baska Sacco bus registration number KCW208A. Upon opening the box, a haul of 19 rounds of 7.62 by 51mm G3 live ammunition, 116 rounds of 7.62 by 39mm AK live ammunition, 2 empty AK-47 magazines, 2 machetes, a complete set of GSU ceremonial attire, 2 GSU combat jackets, 3 jungle green trousers, a GSU red beret, among other items. Preliminary investigations indicate that the box had been booked as a parcel at the Mokowe booking office in Lamu County, destined for Nairobi with no sender details attached. The bus driver, Syed Abdul Razak Ahmed Abdullah, and the conductor, Bernard Ochieng Odhiambo, were subsequently arrested and escorted to the Kanyonyo police station, where they remain in custody as investigations continue. Authorities are now pursuing critical leads to unmask the individuals behind the consignment and dismantle the criminal network after the operation, which they say thwarted what could have been a serious security threat. Yusufar reporting for Sunday Express.
All right. Now, residents of Ndia constituency in Kirinyaga County have raised concerns over a spate of robberies targeting churches in the area after thieves raided at least 3 churches in Riakania village and stole musical and sound equipment. Officials said the break-ins happened on Saturday night with items worth thousands of shillings stolen, including microphones, mixers, keyboards and pianos.
The worship songs and dances during Sunday service were a little low-key at Fountain of Life Church International, Esikeria Kainia and St. Joseph Rakiania Catholic Church. This follows robbery incidents. At Fountain of Life Church International, the attackers gained entry through a window before accessing the storage room.
Tulipata wamevunja kanisa, sehemu ya kwanza wakaingia, wakashindwa kuingia kwa strong room. Wakarudi tena wakaingia pande ya pastor's office. Ndio walifaulu kufunja hapo, wakaingia ndani, wakachukua microphone, receiver zake. Njoo hata kesho hatujui itaenda namna gani. Kesho ni siku ya Sunday. Kanisa letu ni kanisa la kiroho. Tunarukanga karibu tunafikia juu. Sasa hatujui kesho tutakuwa namna gani.
The robbers also raided St. Joseph Rekiania Catholic Church, where microphones, mixers and other electronics worth 500,000 shillings were lost.
Waliimba vitu za wimbo, waliimba vinanda, wakiimba keyboard na za dhamana ya shilingi zaidi ya 1,500 hapa kwetu kanisani.
Kesho kutakuwaje kanisani?
Sasa kesho tuna huzuni mingi sana juu ile mahaja tunakuanga nayo tukiimba kwa kanisa nja. Kesho tunaona itakuwa imeboeka sana Murithi.
Tutapiga makofi.
Tutapiga tu makofi juu sasa vinanda hakuna.
ACK Rekiania Church was also attacked with electronics worth more than 250,000 shillings stolen.
Huko Kiamagunyi ACK kumeimbiwa microphone 4, receiver na keyboard. Tukihesabu hizo vitu ni kama 250.
Church leaders say the gang appears to be targeting sanctuaries of worship, with similar cases being reported in the constituency, prompting residents to call for swift action by security agencies. Kasicha Namasha, Sunday Express.
Kia watoto wa siku hizi wakiwa wanasumbua. Usikose kuona Gundu KBC Channel 1 every Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Ujionee hivi vituko vya watoto wa siku hizi wanaosumbua wazazi na mengine mengi. Keep it Gundu. Gina!
Wananiita Gundu, wakita wengine wata.
Welcome back. Now, Kenya and Japan have committed to deepen their cooperation in trade, investment, development and multilateral engagements. Prime Cabinet Secretary and Cabinet Secretary for Foreign Affairs and Diaspora Affairs, Musalia Mudavadi, hosted a Japanese government delegation led by Japan's Foreign Minister Motegi Toshimitsu, where he said Kenya attaches great importance to its partnership with Japan, which has continued to deliver tangible results across critical sectors of the economy.
Excellent.
Prime Cabinet Secretary and Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs Musalia Mudavadi and his Japanese counterpart Motegi Toshimitsu reviewed progress in Kenya-Japan relations and explored new areas of cooperation.
Kenya-Japan economic and technical cooperation spans critical sectors of our economy, including agriculture, energy, health, ICT, transport infrastructure, education and capacity building, as well as tourism, sports and culture.
Japan's Foreign Minister Motegi Toshimitsu assured Kenya of continued partnership and commitment to expanding cooperation.
Kenya is an important partner with which we share fundamental principles such as freedom and the rule of law, which are at the core of the fourth vision. We seek to promote cooperation in our bilateral relations and in international fora towards maintaining and strengthening a free and open international order.
Mudavadi and Toshimitsu called for accelerated efforts to address trade imbalance, expand market access and promote value addition for Kenyan exports. They also emphasized expanded cooperation in people-to-people exchanges, including education, tourism, culture and sports, as well as technical training and scholarship programs.
We particularly commend Japan's partnership in critical infrastructure and human capital development, which continues to drive Kenya's economic growth and enhance our regional competitiveness.
With a partnership that spans over 6 decades and continues evolving as a key pillar of bilateral relations anchored in development cooperation, the meeting concluded with both Kenya and Japan committing to deepen practical cooperation aimed at delivering tangible economic and development outcomes. Yusufar reporting for Sunday Express.
Now to the counties. As the world commemorates Press Freedom Day, media owners have been urged to prioritize the welfare and working conditions of journalists to ensure their safety and press freedom. Media Council of Kenya Chief Executive Officer Dr. David Omoyo says many journalists remain underpaid despite the demands in the profession. Details of this and other stories in our county news roundup.
Speaking in Nakuru County during a luncheon with Nakuru journalists to mark World Press Freedom Day, Media Council of Kenya Chief Executive Officer Dr. David Omoyo cited poor pay, closure of regional offices and unfavorable working conditions as major threats to press freedom.
Without favorable working conditions, you can't then trust them to protect press freedom. Media houses closing regional offices and all that. So journalists are left at the mercy of operating from corridors and all that. As a Media Council, we are trying our best. We have set up 7 media hubs, which is a collaborative working space. Journalists from all media houses can come find a place to work from.
Write objectively. And that way, as a journalist, your honor, your professionalism, your impartiality will not be in doubt.
And residents of Mount Elgon are calling for the restoration of peace after a middle-aged man was attacked by unknown men, sustaining deep cuts on his head at Cheptonon Kosiro Trading Center.
Nilikuwa napita tu nikienda nyumbani, nilikuja hapa kwa ndugu yangu hapa kwa ndugu yangu kwa COG hapa. Ile nilitoka nikanunua mayai ngapi 4 na nikaenda naye. Tulikuwa na vijana yangu ile watu.
We have a lot of issues about the security, but there's nobody who's addressing it.
Elsewhere, Embu Senator Alexander Mundigi has assured macadamia farmers of an end to poor market prices and broke exploitation through the Nuts and Oil Crops Development Bill 2023, currently under review at the Senate.
Wakati tulichaguliwa makandamia ilikuwa imetoka ile pesa ya juu ikarundi chini kwa shilingi 30, lakini sasa tumepambana mpaka ikafika shilingi 100, lakini tunataka tutengeneze bill ambayo ya variation kama kilimo ile ingine.
Machakos Governor wa Vinyandeti has challenged President William Ruto to review taxes to ease the high cost of living in the country.
Nataka kumshukuru rais leo amepandisha mishahara wafanyikazi. Hiyo ni kitu ya muhimu sana, kwa sababu maisha ni ngumu sana. Lakini yeye akipandisha mishahara, namuuliza na yeye aongeze pesa kwa county, kwa sababu akipandisha na akataa kutuwekea pesa sisi kama magavana, hii pesa ya mishahara sasa itakula pesa ya development.
Finally, Teso South Member of Parliament Mary Emase has accused the Democratic for Citizens Party leader Rigathi Gachagua of engaging in politics without a clear agenda and attempting to sabotage the Kenya Kwanza administration.
Na mimi ubusi hata nimeshangaa. Hizo miaka zingine zote si serikali ilikuwa. Mbona Busia tulikuwa tupate maendeleo? Hii serikali peke yake ndio imetukumbuka hii ya William Samoei Ruto.
The legislator was speaking at Angorom Catholic Church during a fundraiser for the construction of the church. Kasichana Masha, Sunday Express.
Now, let's speak matters sports. I want to hear where Gor Mahia is at in as far as the local football standing is concerned. We're not going to talk about Manchester United or Arsenal, but please take it away, Bernard.
Thank you so much, Reg. Indeed, we have results from today's Kenya Premier League matches, only 2, and also what went down in Gaborone as Kenya did participate in the World Relays Championship. Let me begin with athletics, where Team Kenya missed a medal in the final of the 4x400 meters relay mixed final on the last day of the World Athletics Relays, which ended today in Gaborone, Botswana. Now, the Kenyan team of George Mutinda, Mercy Chebet, Kelvin Kiprotich, and Mercy Okech finished 4th in the final behind winners United States, Jamaica, and Great Britain, who finished 2nd and 3rd respectively. However, the Kenyan team had already qualified to the World Championship after finishing 2nd in the first round of the qualifiers yesterday. Buckley Feather reports.
After finishing 2nd in the first round of qualifiers and booking their place in the World Championship, the 4x400 meter relay mixed Kenyan team came into the final against United States, Jamaica, Great Britain, Italy, Spain, Australia and Poland, hoping to go one better and bring home a medal from Gaborone. And although the team started well, they fell short of a medal as they crossed the line in 4th position behind United States and Jamaica and Great Britain in a time of 3 minutes 09.93 seconds. The other Kenyan team of Marco Tieno, Ronald Kiprono, Meshak Babu and Ferdinando Manyara also raced to 4th position in the 2nd round of qualifiers in a national record time, but missed a chance of competing at the World Championship in the 4x100 meters relay men. The team of Moses Onyango, Millicent Doro, Dennis Mwaya and Eunice Kadogo did not qualify also to the World Championship in the 4x100 meters relay mixed after finishing 13th overall in the World Championship, qualifying round 2. Neither did the team of Lanolin Aoko, Helen Siombua, Margaret Naserian and Maureen Nanjala secure a ticket to the Global Championship in the 4x400 meter relay women after finishing 8th overall in round 2 of the qualifiers. Dennis Masika, Danson Kibet, Erastus Mbaluka and Kevin Cape Correa will not be going to the World Championship either after finishing 12th overall in the 4x400 meter relay men.
Thank you, Buckley Feather, for that report on Kenya's performance at the World Relays. We take a short break, but when we be back, we have results from the semi-finals and the quarter-final matches of the Mozart Bet Cup. Stay with us.
Mbona mmefunga choo? Ona tubungulia mabungwi. Munipaie kare. Wewe. Atafuta waiter. Umesema umeitana mara ngapi? Mara kama 6 hivi. Eza itana zingine 7. Hiyo kuniaka yote. Kimbia. Huko ni kupaya. Mbona unaletea chai na baridi hivyo? Ni nini inaendelea hapa kwa hii hoteli? Ni nini mbaya na wewe? Watu wanaongezwa misara, wanaongezwa, wewe unaona sisi shida yenu ni nini aswa? Sasa ngoja nije polisi. Acha polisi ndio wanakuja kwa mwana. Ati nini?
Welcome back. Gor Mahia laboured to a 1-0 win against Kakamega Homeboys during their Football Kenya Federation Premier League clash at Mumias Complex, widening their lead at the top of the standings to 9 points. Elsewhere, Bidco United and Kariobangi Sharks shared the spoils after battling to a barren draw at Wangoro Stadium in Kirinyaga. After a goalless first half, Gor Mahia upped the offensive in search of a breakthrough, which came deep in stoppage time, courtesy of an own goal by Peter Thiongo. Gor Mahia was shortly reduced to 10 men after midfielder Enoch Morrison was shown a second straight yellow card.
Nafasi, Ebeneza Asifu analeta minus ndani huku. Nafasi!
After a goalless first half, Gor Mahia upped the offensive in search of a breakthrough, which came deep in stoppage time, courtesy of an own goal by Peter Thiongo. Gor was shortly reduced to 10 men after midfielder Enoch Morrison was shown a second yellow card. Gor consolidated their league leadership, staying top with 64 points, 9 clear of closest challengers FC Leopards, who have a game in hand. Elsewhere, relegation threatened Kariobangi Sharks and Bidco United battled to a barren draw at Wanguru Stadium. The draw leaves Kariobangi Sharks in 16th position with 30 points, while Bidco's fate appears to be closely being sealed in 17th place with 24 points.
Hatupati mabao, lakini ni vyema pia nasi tusiconcede mabao. So tumepata point moja, lazima tujaribu tukipata bao 6 kwa hizi mechi zimebaki, then tuko vyema. Na ama kama sio hivyo basi tujaribu tuweze kata ni bao moja na tuzuie vyema, tutapata point.
Hawakuwe mature enough ku handle pressure na kujua huu ni wakati timu inahitaji point zote 3. Kijana aliyechukua penalty sijui kama alikuwa relax enough, but again ukiangalia ni yeye mwenyewe aliitisha, hakulazimishiwa. Kwa hivyo ni mtu nadhani angetufungia. Ametupotezea alama 2.
Also, Tusk FC will face KCB in the semi-final of the Mozartbet FKF Cup after the two sides progressed through their quarter-final matches played Sunday. Tusk defeated fellow Premier League side Ulinzi Stars 2-1 to join Police and Bandari in the semi-finals, while KCB defeated defending champions Nairobi United by 0-0 to seal the last semi-final slot. Police and Bandari, who qualified during the first day of the semis on Saturday, will meet in the first semi-final in 13 days, while KCB will play Tusker in the second semi-final. Winners of the last 4 matches will meet in the final to decide the champions on 14th of June this year. And finally to Basketball Africa League, where Tunisia's Club Africain extended the unbeaten run at the Basketball Africa League by beating Nigeria's Macton Flyers 86-77 baskets as they maintained their stronghold on the top of the Sahara Conference in Morocco. Omar Abada and Club Africain 25 points and 11 assists to lead the Tunisian side to the 9-point victory. It was a 3rd consecutive defeat for Nigeria's Macton Flyers, despite displaying one of the best performances so far in the tournament. Meanwhile, Egypt's Al Ahly secured a dominant 85-65 victory over the JCA Kings of Ivory Coast, securing their ticket to the BAL playoffs and reinforcing their status as one of the top teams in the Sahara Conference.
There for Olasameka.
And that's it.
Oh, and it's been stopped by Haggins. You're not coming through. He'll pick it up and he'll drain. A big slam dunk there from Haggins, who moves up to...
But Club Africain, they've been fantastic.
Abada around the outside, good drive, and again more points going in, and he's up to Twaka from Senegal in their final game, and that's going to be mesmerising. It really is, because it might decide who there for Olasameka.
And that's a double-double for Peter Olisemeka. He is... Oh, he's still at 9. Good fight there from Oko, twice fighting and getting the ball back.
3 shot, and the rebound's good there finally. Jadukele getting his... They've done enough. There it is, the final buzzer. Club Africain make it 4 from 4. Block, and it's been stopped by Haggins. You're not coming through. He'll pick it up and he'll drain. A big slam dunk there from Haggins, who moves up to...
But Club Africain, they've been fantastic.
Abada around the outside, good drive, and again more points going in, and he's up to Twaka from Senegal in their final game, and that's going to be mesmerising. It really is, because it might decide who there for Olasameka.
And that's a double-double for Peter Olisemeka. He is... Oh, he's still at 9. Good fight there from Oko, twice fighting and getting the ball back.
3 shot, and the rebound's good there finally. Jadukele getting his... They've done enough. There it is, the final buzzer. Club Africain make it 4 from 4.
And definitely that puts a cap on our Sunday Express Sports. But remember that as the battle for the top leadership of the Kenya Premier League intensifies, Gor Mahia opening a 9-point lead today, so is the battle for relegation, avoiding the chop at the end of the campaign. And already Sofapaka are out. So who will join Sofapaka on the NSL next season? And this beats like teams from number 13 to number 17. Teams that are in the mix include Bidco United, Kariobangi Sharks, as well as Poster Rangers, and APS Bomet. At the end of it all, with just 4 matches to go, the battle actually switches the focus to who is going to avoid the chop at the end of it all. And also in England, maybe in stories that will come your way tomorrow, Tottenham leading Aston Villa by 2-0, and if they do that, then they just go in 17th position and they leave Nottingham Forest and West Ham in the battle for the avoiding the chop in the EPL. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Bernard Okumu.
As we bring Sunday Express to a close, my colleague there, Bernard, has just said that in the local scene, when talking about football, well, there are those teams that are looking at relegation there, or rather the axe, the chop, on the chopping. Who is on the chopping board? Sofapaka is out. Will Bomet sustain it or not? But what we know, as a Gor Mahia fan, is that we are 10 points ahead. Try and catch that, right? I'm specifically addressing Tusker FC fans as well as AFC Leopards fans. Well, away from sports, we bring this to a close. I'm Regina Manyara. My colleague on sign language has been none other than Byron Abuli. Have a great week ahead.
Kadis Tesfaye founded Tuba Ethiopia.